Well, hello everyone. We welcome you to this edition of News You Can Use. I am your host, Thera Martin Milling, and I'm so excited because today on the program we've got two wonderful guests. In my first segment, I'm talking with Mr. Michael. He is going to be sharing information with us about a wonderful organization called Northwest Counseling Services, and they help to save people's homes from foreclosure. They do some other important work as well, but it's all around that housing umbrella. So we'll be talking with him. And then when we turn the page a little bit later on in the show, we're going to have a very special chef join us in the studio. Her name is Dr. Kathleen Prillerman, and she's going to talk with us about vegan food preparation, and she's going to do a simple demonstration for us right here on this set. So I'm looking forward to it, and we want you to stay along for the ride. We'll be back in just a moment. Here we go with our program, and so glad to welcome you to this first portion of our program where we're talking with Mr. Michael Brown, I should say. I call him Mr. Michael, and I think that's okay with you too.
Absolutely.
And I could also say Reverend Brown, right?
You could.
Pastor Brown.
Yes.
I know God is good and he is working in our lives.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. But you know what? Everything that happens for a reason. So God put you at Northwest Counseling because I think it takes very special kinds of people to do the work that you and the rest of the team at Northwest Counseling does. You've got to have patience. You've got to listen to people tell their story. You've got to, again, patience, waiting for them to give you all the information you need so you can try and do your job and save their home from foreclosure or whatever it is. But you are a blessing, and your organization is a blessing to so many. I hope you know that.
It's been a blessing. It's been 35 years that we've been in business, and I believe I was called to do this, and nothing's greater than helping somebody save their home, seeing a family remain together, watching marriages get back together, restoration, reconciliation. I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
Well, you know, every now and then we'll hear on television news, oh, housing foreclosures are up. And then you hear housing foreclosures are down. And when I hear down, I'm like, yay, because I don't want to see anybody lose their home. Where are we right now in this season of the fall of 2016?
The market has gotten better as far as foreclosure is concerned there. But you know what? To be honest, there's a lot of people still struggling. But the job market still being 9 or 10% unemployment, we have to be very careful. So I'm telling everybody, don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. If you need help, you're falling behind, or even feel like you're in imminent danger of default, we want you to call us. We want you to pick up the phone. We want you to stop by our office. We're right down the street where we take appointments every day. So I believe we're still in a crucial period with the election going on. The economy is, not stable. I believe there's still a time where people have to be on guard to get some help.
Yeah. Now, Brother Michael, when you're looking at first-time home buyers or maybe second or third-time home buyers, that you're purchasing a house or a property. And I know for myself, I'll use myself as an example in purchasing a house that I'm in right now. Praise be to God, been there 21 years now.
Fantastic.
Thanks to your help, right? But when I was purchasing and I had to make a decision, and the real estate man, he was saying to me, oh, you can, with the salary you have, 21 years ago was better than today, mind you.
Wow.
But the real estate man was saying to me, you can afford to get a $200,000 house. And for some reason that scared me, and I said, even though this man was telling me, this professional, licensed real estate person was saying, oh, your credit, your job, your income, you can get a $200,000 house. And I said, but what if something happens?
Sure.
So I didn't want to bite off more than I could handle. So I ended up getting a house that was on sale for $54,000.
Wow.
And I felt a lot more comfortable with that. And so that even if I were to lose my job, that I would somehow still be able to pay my mortgage and keep my house. Is that a piece of the advice that you give to people who are like first-time home buyers, to not bite off more than you can handle?
The American dream is to have a house, the white picket fence, but we always tell people you have to be very responsible. And we tell people 31% really is the guideline. So you don't want to pick, if you make $30,000 a year, you don't want to look for a house more than $90,000, because God forbid if something will happen, and we know things do happen. It's kind of like, if something can't happen, it will. So we want to tell people there's excitement, you want to be enthused about buying your house, but you have to cut your garment or cloth according to your garment. So it's important that we have to still be reasonable in the measure of what we believe success is, even in today's climate.
I know that you also shared with me in the past that when you find yourself in a challenging situation with finances, where everything may have been wonderful for 3 years in a row, and you got a job, and you have this and you have that, income is straight, 2 people income, whatever, and then suddenly things change, that you, as the homeowner, whoever's name is on that mortgage paperwork, you got to communicate. And some of us don't do that. I know I didn't. I was like, well, I can't pay this month. I'm going to sit it over here. And I set it right there real nice and neat and leave it where I could see it. I wasn't burying it. I wasn't covering it up with other papers or anything, but I put it over there and I didn't look over there anymore. And then the second month comes and you still can't pay it. Now I'm going to put that envelope over there on top of the other one. But I'm not calling anybody. I'm not saying anything to anyone. And that's where the trouble begins.
Yeah, I believe that the biggest thing I tell my clients and homeowners and people that I meet in everywhere I go, I say the first thing is you have to face your fear. You cannot be afraid. What is being afraid? Amazing fear revolving around imaginary danger. Nothing bad can happen if you just face the fear. Pick up the phone, call us. We're 215-324-7500. So we tell people, open your mail, bring it to us. There's tons of clients that I get every day and they come with unopened mail. And I tell them you have to confront your fear. Open the mail, let us help you. Nobody wants to take your home. Matter of fact, they are begging you to save it. They don't want to be landlords. They want you to live out your American dream. So we want to help that and continue that, especially in our community in Philadelphia and the surrounding counties.
But now, let me ask you this question. When the bill collector, say for a mortgage company, asks you on the phone, well, why were you late this month? Do they really care why you were late?
You know, they really care. They also have to document in their system that they're doing good faith efforts to try to help you. And my thing is, tell them, be honest, be open, because that's another step of confronting your fears. And then when you get off the phone with them, you can ask them, where can I go to get some help? And then they'll probably direct you to an organization like ours who's been around for 35 years, who's got a 92% foreclosure prevention rate. So we would love to help anybody. If you're out there, don't bury your head in the sand. You're meeting people all day long. Let them know they can pick up the phone and call us. And you know, they can call my cell phone for God's sake, but we want people to face their fear to get some help.
Okay. Now, once a person comes to you, chances are that means they're really in trouble.
Sure.
They're 3 months, maybe 4 months behind in their mortgage. What can they expect and what's the process like? And if you can help save their home, how long does it take to get the mortgage company or the banks off your back?
The biggest thing I tell people is once you come to me, the first thing I want to do is I want to give you confidence to know that your situation is in the right hands. And no matter what happens, there's a few documents, but the first thing is we want to instill confidence that you will not lose your home, it will be saved, and we will be able to help you. No matter what your situation is, there's a way out of escape. The Bible says there's a way out of escape of every situation.
Now, I've known some friends of mine who went as much as like 6 months without, like, you know, beginning to try to deal with the mortgage situation. And somehow or another, like you're saying, they've managed to get through and they're still in those houses.
I've seen people go 6 years, and I'm not condoning that by any stretch of the imagination, but we're the best in the business. I just have to be honest with you. We're the best in the business, and we can help anybody in any situation. And it may not be the situation you think is going to work out that way, but I believe there's an amicable resolution for every situation that we come across.
Okay, now, Northwest Counseling Services, you have 2 locations still?
Yep, we have one actually right in LaSalle University. We have our headquarters there, and at Broad and Ruscombe, 5001 North Broad Street. We take appointments every day. You can call in, you can walk in. We'd be happy to help anyone that comes into our office.
And when you come, what do people need? Do they need to bring more than just that mortgage paper that says you're in trouble?
The biggest thing we want people to do is pick up the phone and call and walk into our office. Once you get there, we'll give you a list of documents, but we don't want to burden anybody and make them afraid. Some people feel if I don't have this, I can't make my appointment. No, we just want you to come in, and then we come in, we'll hold your hand and help you get those documents brought to our office so we can help you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I want you to give some props to the executive director, the director, whatever the title is, of the organization.
Michelle Lewis, she's our CEO, and she's been heading our ship for 35 years, and we're just delighted to have her and promote her dreams and goals to keep this going. And we look to have another 35 years helping people save their home in the city of Philadelphia and the surrounding counties.
Yeah, and then I also see Northwest Counseling Services from time to time, like State Representative Rosita C. Youngblood will have an event, or one of our other lawmakers, or a nonprofit somewhere, and I'll see Northwest Counseling Services out with your table set up. So it's not like you're an invisible entity that's behind this big white wall and we don't know what you are. You're there.
Yeah, we're out in the community. We're a bipartisan organization. We're everywhere, whoever we're invited, because we know that all races, colors, and creeds have problems saving their home. So we're doing Living the Dream. We're helping all the council people. And we go to different counties across the state teaching and talking about, I was going to say preaching, but we're preaching in a way, talking about exactly what we do. So we're everywhere. We're out and about. If anybody needs help, we just want them to know they can call us and rely on us to help them.
Okay, sounds so good to me. I want you to give your phone number again for the Northwest Counseling Services. Give the website if you would. And if we have a minute left, I need to know about where that church is.
Sure, absolutely. Okay. Our phone number is 215-324-7500, and you can reach us at 5001 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA 19141, Broad and Ruscombe. And our website is www.nwcsinc.org. And again, you can reach us 24 hours a day. Leave a message, call me directly, walk into our office. We love to see you.
That's what's up. And you are an ordained minister. You have your own church. Give us the church name, location. If you want people to come worship with you, tell us where.
The name of our church is Jesus in the Building Ministries, and we're at 6800 Martins Mill Road, which is Rising Sun in Longshore, Philadelphia, PA 19111. And we're the non-denomination. We just preach the word of God to help people get back on track.
Okay, what time are your services?
We start at 10:30 every Sunday. We do Bible study on Wednesday at 7:30 as well. And you can reach us by phone at 1-712-432-8399. We have a prayer line we can call, listen to your prayers, whatever you need. We're here to help the community.
That sounds awesome. I know, again, God is working with you, and you are a blessing to Northwest Counseling Services and to everybody who sits down in front of you, like I did some years ago, scared to death, worried, concerned, all those things. Well, now that I've really learned how to be a Christian, I took that word worried out, because if you're going to pray, don't worry. If you're going to worry, don't pray.
There you go.
Right? Okay.
Listen, thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it. And I'm always here for you. You know
I
that.
really appreciate that. This was a last minute getting you in here, but right on time when I needed it the most.
You're doing a great work.
Thank you. Don't forget Northwest Counseling Services. If you are in a position where you might be under threat of losing your home to foreclosure, don't be shamed like me and drag your feet and take a long time to get the help. Put your pride aside and go get that help, because it is there for you. This is News You Can Use. We'll be back with our next guest. We're going to have a little cooking demonstration without cooking in just a moment. Stay with us.
Hey, what's up?
Look, I am beyond drunk and I am so hungry. You wanna go get something to eat?
Yeah, I only had like 2 drinks.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, yeah, meet me outside my house in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll meet you at your house. Okay.
What's up, man? Come on, my God, you're so drunk. Just get in my car. Let's go.
Whoa, you're swerving.
I'm fine. You're the drunk one. I only had 2 cups. That's it.
I'm drunk. I thought you were drunk.
I'm not drunk. If I was drunk, I wouldn't be driving. It was just 2 beers. It's not going to do anything.
Three, two, one, action. You may think a guy would be producing this, but I can too. Anyone can find a cure.
Women are being downgraded for their physical ability, but you can be just as strong.
%20 of women are engineers, but it doesn't stop there.
I'm a tech girl. I'm a tech girl.
I am a tech girl.
I am a tech girl.
We are back now as we continue with this edition of News You Can Use, and we have a little bit of a food demonstration going on right now. Dr. Kathleen Prillerman is here with me, my guest today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Thera.
I appreciate it.
you.
Yes. So, Doctor, what are you going to do on this table today?
We're going to prepare a vegan mock chicken salad. I call it chicken salad because people love chicken. And when you say mock chicken, they think of maybe tofu or another type of substitute. But we're going to use walnuts, which are very healthy for us.
And I love walnuts. Can I start eating it?
So we've already put the walnuts in the food processor so you can see them, they're ground.
Okay.
And we're going to add some onions and celery, which has already been put through a food processor. We'll mix that in.
And you say that's about a cup or half a cup mixture of the onions and the celery?
Maybe 3 or 4 stalks of organic celery and maybe an onion, just, you know, medium-sized onion.
Okay.
We're going to add some Himalayan crystal salt, which has a lot of trace minerals. It's not the typical sea salt.
Okay.
We'll add maybe 2 capfuls of apple cider vinegar, which is very healthy.
My daughter uses the apple cider vinegar in a lot of the meals that she prepares. She sees herself as a chef.
Oh, that's nice. We'll also add some organic sweet relish.
Okay. Now, when you start talking all this organic product, my mind goes to, oh God, how much would it really cost me? I've always heard that the organic products are a little bit more expensive.
They can be, but they're more healthier for us also. We'll add a little liquid amino Bragg's, which is like a soy sauce, but more natural.
Okay. Smelling good.
Some cayenne pepper.
I love pepper.
We don't use the typical black pepper because it can tear up the lining in your stomach. So this is cayenne, which is a catalyst.
I think we're going to get our executive producer out here and let her taste some too.
Sounds good. I have a spice that I've created from a friend of mine who blended maybe 9 or 10 different spices like garlic, onion, cayenne, cumin, turmeric. So we add some of that just to flavor it up. If you don't have any of this at home, you can use something similar like Mrs. Dash.
Mrs. Dash, okay. I'm
Yes.
familiar with that product.
Okay. A little celery seed.
Now, even though you already have celery, the fresh stalk celery in there, you add a little bit of that for extra flavor?
Yes.
Okay.
As a child, I don't know about your mother, but mine always, when she made the potato salad, she would put the celery and onion and still add some celery seed. So we're going to use Vegenaise, some people say Veganaise, which is a natural mayonnaise.
Okay. So you're using about
maybe about half a cup.
because the mayonnaise part of the product for the meal is so important. If you put too much, it's soupy.
Yes.
You can have problems. So you know what you're doing because you're an expert at this.
Thank you.
And you have your own restaurant too, correct?
I do have an intimate cafe. It reminds you of being in my kitchen. And it's at 64 Sherbrooke Boulevard in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, 19082. So we're going to mix this all up. In about another minute, we'll have mock chicken salad.
And how much walnut did you have to use to get the right consistency?
Maybe about 2 cups. And I think we may have just a tidbit much of celery and onion, but it still will be good. It'll be tasty.
And you know what? It looks like chicken salad now. This is unbelievable. It looks like it could be chicken salad or tuna salad, of which I get mixed up in the real world of chicken and tuna. I look and I say, is that chicken salad or is that tuna salad? That,
I think we're ready to taste.
This is when the executive producer is supposed to come out, Amanda Keaton, but she told me, Thera, you know I can't come out because I've got to stay back and do the directing. I think she's afraid to try it. Okay.
Well, she doesn't know what she's missing.
She doesn't know what she's missing. We'll save some for after the show. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is the kind of meal that one can get when they come to your restaurant.
Yes, to my intimate cafe.
Intimate cafe, okay.
Yes.
Well, we'll have a sample for all of the staff here at LaSalle TV. They can take a little taste as well.
Sounds good. And I didn't taste it, so something might be missing, or it might be a bit of something that's too much.
It's good. It is good.
Thank you.
It almost tastes like it's chicken salad, but it's walnuts. It's
It's
walnuts
walnuts.
with celery and onions and the oils and the other products that you put up here, and it tastes like chicken salad. This is cool.
Thank you.
So what other kind of meals do you make under the banner of vegan?
I have an Asian potato salad made from Korean sweet potatoes, but they look like our white potato. And between the chicken salad and the potato salad, those two are my biggest seller. I do raw kale, also an Asian salad with bok choy, napa, mung bean sprouts, which are very high in protein. I make a sesame miso dressing for that, and people love it. They
This
do.
is good.
Thank you.
So now for people who have never eaten the vegan way,
Yes.
and they want to do a change in their lifestyle and how they eat,
Right.
do you just jump right into be a vegan, or should you be a vegetarian first, would you suggest?
I would suggest just trying out healthy green vegetables, fruits. You need 2 fruits a day. Fruits cleanse the body. Vegetables heal the body. So many people jump right into buying products made out of soy, which is being genetically modified today. It's a GMO. Or buying a lot of the veggie burgers, which are not all natural.
Right.
I do make a spaghetti with spiraled yellow squash and a natural tomato sauce, and also garden burger. It's a type of a walnut meat nut. I call them meats, but they're really nuts. And I make a meatball out of that.
Oh, that sounds good.
I am going to have a class November the 6th if people are interested in. They
Just
can,
before the election, okay.
yeah, call. The number is 610-259-1496 to sign up for the class. And the website is www.kacafe.com, K-A-K-A-F-E.
Was there any hesitation or fear on your part when you decided, I'm going to open up this intimate eating experience for people? Were you hesitant that it might not fly, or do you already know a lot of people who are vegan?
I do know a lot of vegetarian, vegan people, friends. Some days it can be very disappointing because I've been in the business for 6 months now, and it's been some days where I might have 1 or 2 customers, and then another day it will be maybe 8 to 10. So it is up and down, and especially in the summertime, people are on vacation and they're just not really around. At times I can get a little discouraged, but people say to me, you need to hang in there. On the 3 days that I'm closed, I can offer consultations with kinesiology, which is muscle testing, and iridology, looking into the iris of the eye. And I am available for catering if anybody is interested.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
I am so glad that you were able to stop by today and to share this with us. I'm really liking this mock chicken salad. That's what you call it?
Yes.
Very, very good. My daughter's kind of like the chef of the house.
Yes.
She's very good. She can read a recipe once and she's got it down. I would love for her to try this, and it'll be healthy for us.
It will. Well, I'm going to give you a container to take
I
home.
appreciate that.
You're
It's going to be
welcome.
very healthy for us indeed, and so this is the kind of thing that we want to do for our community more.
Yes.
I was involved a few years ago with the City of Philadelphia Department of Health, and we were going around promoting the farmers markets and trying to encourage people in low-income neighborhoods to shop at the farmers markets to get the vegetables. Now, they're not all organic, like you would want, I know, but even at that, it's better than opening those cans all the time with all the sodium and the bad stuff that they put in, you know, the canned goods, at least to go with the fresh veggies. And of course, for those who can get to organic vegetables, even better yet. And some of the farmers markets do have organic vegetables for sale.
And that's true because Urban Tree Farms at 53rd and Wallooson is where I do get some of the produce. So they've been very helpful.
Okay, and then products like this grapeseed oil veganese.
Yes, or veganese.
Where would you find a product like this, or any of these products? These aren't at the regular supermarket.
No, but are we going to promote certain places?
Well, no, I'm
Like
not trying to
Whole
really.
Foods or-
Okay. So those kinds of places
Right.
is where you would go.
Yes.
Okay, but
Or
so you won't
Martindale's.
find this at a regular supermarket.
Oh, no.
These products,
Not
no.
at all.
Okay, because they do sell some organic
Yes.
products depending on where you go.
Right.
But not these bottled products.
That's true.
Okay. Okay. Well, anything else that you want to tell us real quickly about eating vegan and the lifestyle of eating vegan?
Basically, we should be eating an alkaline diet because alkalinity is the highest divinity. Meaning, if our bodies are alkaline, disease cannot set in. But if we're acid and over acid, that's when disease sets in.
Okay. I think acid, I think soda and stuff like that.
But
Not
there's
good.
dairy and there's meat. Whereas,
They have acid in them.
yes, and some of the nuts are
learning.
acid. So fruits and vegetables are alkaline. And you can
Okay.
even get the pH tape to measure your alkalinity.
All right. Now, if people would like to be a part of your class, give us that phone number one more time.
610-259-1496.
All right. Dr. Prillerman, thank
Thank
you for being
you.
my guest on
You're
this edition
welcome. Thank
of
you.
News You Can Use. And we thank you so very much for allowing us to have this opportunity to come to your home or your car, wherever it is that you might be watching on Comcast 56 or on Verizon Fios 36. This is LaSalle TV. I'm your host, Thera Martin Milling. Another edition of News You Can Use. Stay with us, and whatever you do, remember to have an attitude of gratitude. It's going to be all right. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you again, Doctor.